Well, hello and welcome back to another episode of Voice of the Rings. And I'm your host and guide, Zollin Ironshield. You're going to hear that again in a second. And I must say, this is the first episode I did for the Lotro update. And very excited. We're going to do this real quick. I'm going to go ahead and put this video up anyway because I did a 20-minute breakdown of everything and then realized that I had my other speaker on too. So it had a little bit of a weird echo effect. I apologize in advance, but I really did a great job on the video, and I was like, I can't get my head around to do it again because I was really excited and we went over all the updates and I felt like it was very clean and to the point. So I'm gonna go ahead and post it anyway, but just so you know, if you're a first time to the channel, just for my sound normally sounds like this that you're hearing right now. All right, it's not the next part. I put on the wrong speaker system. My bad. Zollin, you had one job. Anyway, yes, enjoy. We got some good updates here today, my friends, though. Very excited for Lotro. Why, hello, and welcome back to another episode of Voice of the Rings. I'm your host and guide, Zollin Ironshield. And today, we're doing our very first Lotro update. We're going to look at the what's coming up for 2023. If you haven't already saw this, you might be someone who doesn't look at updates at things. I would never. What do you mean, Zollin? Yes, of course, Zarlin's saying I'm the guy who never looks at updates. Well, not anymore. All right, my friends, we're going to look this over real quick, have some fun together here. And again, you guys have been asking for videos like this, so this will be our very first episode on the playlist, besides the intro. So let's look at it, all right? So again, we're going to just kind of go through this one. Sometimes I'll do these updates, by the way, little thing. We'll talk about the update. We might even read through the notes a little bit. Of course, you can read things too, but I'm going to give you a quick little overview, that kind of stuff. And sometimes it'll be more in-depth, and sometimes it'll be just kind of checking it out, okay? Again, it's going to be all over the spectrum there for that. So, but if you're someone who doesn't like to go and look yourself, you just want to hear a quick little few-minute video on it, perfect place. You might want to like and subscribe if I earn it. All right, here we go. Okay, so this is the nice thing. They have a nice little, I love this visual they did. A couple of my friends showed me this on the channel, all right, and on our Discord. By the way, there is a Discord. If you go to any live streams, you're welcome to join our Discord for the channel. But there's a lot of cool stuff coming up. So they're doing it in quarters. So let's just run through this real quick and talk about this, and I'll explain a few things if people don't know what it is for maybe newer players, okay? So the first winter quarter, they're going to add, really kind of cool, 2 3-player instances, 1 6-player instance, and a raid. So that's really exciting. That's some new stuff. The delving system's going to be expanded. The delving system's a new challenge system where you can earn rewards and stuff too with doing instances. It basically gives endgame play more options to do stuff for instances, okay? So they're going to expand all that, probably make more previous instances and raids able to do that kind of stuff. Again, this is something that, well, they do instances and raids, they're going to add more and more. Right now, there's only a couple that can do the delving system. They're going to expand. I'm assuming that's what they mean by expand. Add original ones that we've already done. Basically, update them, right? So that you can use the system on the other instances, which, again, also known as dungeons and other MMOs. But for us here on Lotro, we call them instances. All right, targeted class updates, which we've already seen. We've already seen this happen, right? The Minstrel got a big update. We know that the Captain's going to get an update. Come on, Guardian update. I mean, yeah, keep going. So yeah, there's a bunch of stuff coming out. So power revamp. All right. So I'm assuming what they mean by power revamp, we'll read through the notes a little bit here, is that it's going to be something to do with, again, take this with a grain of salt. I'm not 100% sure of their meaning on that. I'm assuming it means probably adjustments and stuff with stats and things, making sure everything stays balanced as levels increase, right? Crafting revision begins. Okay, this is the big one, you guys. This is the big, if you're here for this video, this is a huge one, okay? This is the huge update, the reason the title of the video, okay? We're going to start getting crafting updates. Now, I love crafting in Lotro. I don't want them to ruin the stuff I like about crafting, which I don't think they'll do. But it's really needed a refinement because really after you get level 50, 60 with crafting, it's no longer very beneficial to always use crafting to get your gear or your jewelry, which are your stat-based items, right, in this game. I'm really excited to make it where, crafting people, you still have to do a lot of work, but maybe not quite as extreme amounts of work, but still where, if you're a crafter in the game, you're an important person, right? Because that's cool in MMOs. I like the fact that if someone has put their time into crafting, let's say they're level 10, but they're just, they craft, right? That's their thing. I think that's cool. I like that. I like that idea of that's a job for someone in the game. They're role playing as they're a salesman or they have a trade, a craft, right? So that's really cool. I'm very excited about that. Return of the Omens. This is one of the events, so cool. We got more stuff. Monster player events. I'm really excited about this one, you guys. Monster player events. When I was reading into this, I was really, really stoked. I'm like, yes, I want some events for Monster Play. It'll help people want to play the PV, or in Lotro, it's called PVMP, player versus monster player, but it's PvP, right? Player versus player. I'm really excited about this. I'm hoping this will be kind of a huge thing, right? So the monster play system, very excited about that. The Legendary Reward Track Season 5. This is basically you can earn rewards in this track as they've revamped the legendary system, and you still get the runes of XP. And if you don't know, I have a video on this, but in my guides playlist, guys, I have a whole guides playlist. If you're watching this and you don't know anything about my channel, I have like 140 guides on Lotro. Okay, go look at the guide playlist on the channel. Yeah, and if you love this stuff, you like this stuff, you might want to also like the video, subscribe. Yeah, Zollin told me to say that, so just make sure. Yeah, so the reward system, great. That's basically just an update, another one. So now those runes go into a reward system that you earn stuff for your legendary items. That's what this is. And the Spring Festival, that's one of the events, right? So Lotro has a lot of events each year. That's cool. I love that they do that, right? It's very true to Tolkien, because he talked about a lot of those events in his books. And then we have spring, the 16th year anniversary. Oh my gosh, and we'll all get our next little leaf. I'm going to have 3 gold leaves now, 15 years. Technically, I've been here since the 2nd week of this game, but I was off by 2 weeks when I made my account, so I don't get the 16th year. Oh well, I always joke about that with people. But anyway, pretty much I've been here the whole time. So 16 years of Lotro, that is just crazy to me. It's crazy. I started this game when I was pretty young, so... I mean, most of you would be like, you're still young, Zollin. Okay, yeah, okay. Landscape updates. This is cool. This means it's a type of graphical update, right? So they're going to be updating certain things with the looks and layout of the land, basically. I'm excited about that. There are some areas in Lotro that need updates. If you look at the new areas, they're gorgeous. They don't even look like the Lotro I remember from when I started this pre-high school, this game, okay? The game looks so good now, the new areas. But it's fun when they go back and they redo areas that we love, but they don't change the total look, but they make it, better. There's better grass, better visuals, textures are nicer, right? It just looks like a newer game then. I'm excited about that. Very cool. All right, continued class updates. Again, I already mentioned what that is. So there's going to be targeted ones, and then there's going to be more. So again, they're saying they're going to be doing this over this whole year, right? They're going to be doing a lot of these big updates. Graphical updates, class updates, right? Dungeons, the delving system. These are all things they're going to do over the year. Monster player events, okay? Continued and the crafting update, right? There's like 5 huge ones. This is a huge letter. That's why this is like, I'm glad this is our first update video, because this is a huge one. And again, you thank the subscribers, guys, for this, because they're the ones that kept telling me they wanted updates on things like this. So, ongoing monster play update, again, that play updates. So they're going to also, not only are they doing some events for monster play, they're going to continue updating it, probably balancing things, probably making it more incentive for us to want to go play, maybe update the reward system, maybe make it where you can get really good gear for doing monster play. I like that idea, because that's how it used to be back at level 60 and 70. I think they had stuff all the way up to like 100 and something. They have good gear still, but the max level is 140 now, so it doesn't really. You have to get other ways to get gear now. All right, and then there's going to be Season 6. So basically, every quarter is a new season for the reward track for legendary items. So basically, as you're playing, you can be earning stuff, right? And again, by the way, I do not believe you have to pay for that season thing. It's not like a season pass like all these games are doing, right? That's just something you can earn as you go, as any player. I think even free-to-play can get access to that. And then we got the Midsummer Festival. That's another event. That'll be fun. So then we got Quarter Summer, okay? That is going to be further adventures through further adventures of what? I'm assuming trying to think if it's for the event. If there's an event called that off the top of my head. I think they're just saying there's further adventures. That's great. Okay, we're all going on an adventure, everyone. All right, class updates. They're continuing on more class updates in the summer. So, good. Ongoing. So they're still going to be doing crafting updates. Again, there's a little bit repetitive here. They're going to be doing updates all throughout the year, as we already talked about. Continued monster play updates, delving updates, and we got the Farmers Fair, which is kind of a fun event. Next thing, and then return to the treasure event, right? So maybe not as much going on in summer, but it'll probably be, you know, things they keep updating. There might be big updates for certain things, right? Maybe they'll do one class each quarter kind of thing. And then autumn, we get a new level cap this year. So that's exciting. So we're going to go from 140, probably I would assume to 145. It'd be crazy if they jumped it to 150. I would feel like a good jump would probably be 5 levels, right? At this point, there's going to be a new class. This is huge, you guys. There's going to be a new class. Very excited. No one's 100% sure what that class is yet. They've had some hints, but once I get some solid evidence, I will tell you guys about it. If you know of some solid evidence, you're welcome to leave a comment, and I'll check it out for another video later. New instances and a new raid. So they're going to add more stuff with that, which will probably automatically work with the delving system as well, is my guess. Expanded story, right? So I'm assuming by this they mean maybe there's going to be some more. Obviously, if it's a new level cap, they're probably writing new stories, right? Will this continue to follow the dwarves of Gundabad? Maybe. Will it switch into a different story? Will we go back in time to a different time story? Because Lotro is very good at doing their time jumps. They don't compress things. They don't really ever ruin anything. They're very good at doing their storytelling. Whoever is their lore masters, they're very excellent. I'd love to ask them questions sometimes. I should ask. Crafting updates and new tier. So they're obviously, at this point, since it's a new level cap, I'm sure they're like, okay, well, we got to have high level. So I'm hoping with this new tier, it'll also bring the fact where you can make really good armor for the new max level, whether that be 145 or 150 is the level cap. So I'm excited about that with the crafting. New biomes. Remember I just made a guide video on this like 2 weeks ago about the ability to, excuse me, not biomes. This is locations. Cool. So we're gonna get some different I just realized the wrong word. Zollin, you're supposed to tell me that stuff. Yeah. So he didn't give me an update on that one. The new biomes, that would be cool. New locations, new areas, new kinds of stuff. What could be a new biome? Because we've had grass, mountains, snowy places, right? We haven't really explored too much deserts, as in like Harad. Or maybe like more ocean coasts of Umbar, even though we have some coasts. But that would be cool, right? We have Mordor. It's not a desert really though. It's more of a deathland. Yeah. So anyway, that's some fun thoughts, food for thought there. And then of course season 8 for the world trackers, we got the Harvest Math Festival and the Yule Festival, which are 2 festivals coming towards around Christmas time and New Year's. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty darn excited. So if you're excited too and you like this stuff as much, you should like and subscribe. See what I did? I got you. But anyway, yeah, so this is pretty exciting, and we can run through this real quick if you guys want. We've got welcome to the first letter of the players for 2023. And again, you might be someone like, I already watched this, then that's just fine. I mean, like, read this? That's cool. But we'll cover it real quick. Orion Markey, the lead systems designer for the Lord of the Rings Online. All right. Good. Update roadmap for 2016. 16th year, not 2016. Wow, going back in time. This is for 2023. So I'm very excited. I like that they're doing this and adding this. We celebrate 15 years of development. Released the Before the Shadows mini expansion, yes, which was very good. I've liked the Before the Shadows expansion. I don't know about you guys. I did a live stream series where I pretty much did most of the quests and story plot through it, right? Which you all saw. I appreciate a couple people said thank you because they weren't able to do it at that time, so they liked watching it. So that was I got a couple nice comments. Sometimes I like to throw that out there. I appreciate the nice comments, you guys. You're the best. This is a single word. I do read all your comments to the best of my ability. I would use to describe the goals for the Lord of the Rings Online. Reflecting on where we are in the development of the game, we recognize that there are some, I'm going to read this a little fast, okay, because I want to get through it. Some areas, systems, and experiences that need attendance and sprucing up. Well, yes, I'm glad they always admit the things that we tell them that we want fixed, too. We also understand that there is a need for a level cap content and new things for you to do. Our focus in 2023 is to bringing some of these experiences up to a more modern expectations and expansion of the world, game world, story, and direction. We began the next 15 years of our journey together. Oh, as we begin the next 15 years of our journey together. The next 15 years? Do you see this comment? Did I read that right? Extensions of the game world story and the direction as we begin the next 15 years of our journey together. So that means, according to that statement, they're planning on making this game go another 15 years. Now, maybe I'm reading a little too much into that last comment there, but just saying, I'm okay with this. I love this game. I'm a big fan of this game. I'll play this game as long as we have it, right? Again, to those naysayers out there who are always like, it's dying and stuff. No, Lotro is growing massively right now. There's massive cool updates going on. You should definitely check it out if you're a Lord of the Rings fan. It stays very true to Tolkien's lore, too. That's a big one. Even the stuff they add that isn't Tolkien's lore is very respectful and works well with his stories. All right? That's the goal. That's what every writer should do if they take their own creative license in the world of Tolkien. They should make it where it fits. Even my own fan lore, which we'll talk about later on the lore in the future. I try to make it fit really well with Tolkien's stuff because I don't want to ruin his world. I want to add to it, right? I want to add my own story into it. Our journey through 2023 begins with a visit to the distant and familiar land of Angmar. This is very exciting, okay? More specifically, the Iron City in the poisonous wastes of the northern Middle-earth, Khand Dûm. There, in the shadow of a great citadel, a powerful vacuum draws from the of evil. Moving on, looking for a semblance of leadership and guidance. Okay, some evil people are trying to take over. New enemies scramble to appease power and falls to the free peoples to stop the rise of a single leader in the ravaged city. Ooh, look at that shot. That's a really, really nice shot. I don't know if that's updated graphics for that shot. It looks really good though. So then the Khand Dûm, a new instance. I'm very excited about this. These are the newest ones we're going to get, which I'm glad that they're going back and they're adding stuff to other areas. This is something that I like that Lotro does. I like it that they go back and they add later, right, to things we already have. Because why make it where, you know, we have these old regions and they have 2 or 3 instances from the original, whatever, you know, level 60, level 50, level 80 patch. And they don't get anything else. It's like, they're huge places. Why not add a couple raids into them again? Which is what they're doing right here. So again, we are also making some balance tweaks to the delving system in an effort to smooth the difficulty transitions as you progress towards the higher tiers. That's good, so there's not some strike differences between the levels of hardness. Basically, the harder you make it, the more rewards you get and the more challenge, right? That kind of thing. That's the whole point of the delving system. There's also some, you can see, additionally, we're expanding the delving system into, remember I told you at the beginning? There it is, the library and the school. Okay, which again was always an instance, if you don't remember back in the day, that was always an instance, 2 instances that you would kind of grind to get stuff. So they're obviously making it where people know how to use it already, and I like those instances. Well, now they're doing it where you can get bonuses with the delving system. Sweet, cool. And again, 6-player instance and new raid and 3-player instance for Khand Dûm. And all the spoils and rewards you expect to find in a new place. So again, they're going to have high-level rewards, probably for end game level stuff with these new raids. Also very exciting. All right. Again, lots of positive things. Leave your comments, guys. What do you guys think? As we move into the spring-summer months, we focus on shift, growing threats posed by the enemies, soon to unleash the next major expansion. Gondor now experience relative peace. They're gonna go. I knew it. New vibes. I know it. I know what they're gonna do. They're gonna go into the south. They have to, right? They're gonna start bringing in we're gonna go to Harad or Rune or something. I would be so excited to see Rune and the that big lake, right? The very interesting looking lake that Tolkien did in his maps. Very cool, right? Or going down Harad, going to Umbar. I'd like to see Lotro's take on it, right? Because obviously they want to play a little bit off the fact that Rings of Power did that, right? The new TV series. But I want to see Lotro the way they do it, because I just say this without, no matter what you like or dislike about anything, it was shows, the TV shows. I think the Lord of the Rings Online will do a very good job in Justice. Let's just put it that way, without comparing. Again, I don't like to compare them because Lotros is kind of its own thing. They really follow the books really more carefully. They actually follow the books almost more than Peter Jackson's adaptations did. And we all love Peter Jackson's, right? But Lotro does a fantastic job in that. Another focus will be continued through the importance of festivals. Yep. Moving, spanned. Rewards, let's get a couple last things out of here for you guys. Monster play events. I'm very excited about the monster play events and crafting professions. All right, and news, yeah, they're very exciting about both of those things. We talked about them both. That looks like about what covers it. I'm not going to read more than that because we don't need to go crazy on that. But yeah, guys, what do you think? Again, you can always come to the news forums here. And again, you could always come to my playlist here on a Lotro update, and I will give you the latest on stuff. Well, almost the latest. It's not quite the latest, but I'll try to keep you up to date here on nice things occasionally for Lotro. And again, we'll also do some occasional Tolkien updates with other things in the world going on with Tolkien, not just Lotro, but Lotro will be a big one. So you guys have a great day in Middle Earth. Thanks to my Patreons. Subscribe button's right there if I earned it, guys. Next episode's up there for updates. And over there, Zollin picked out it's my playlist where I do voiceovers in the Lord of the Rings Online. And I'll see you all in the next episodes of Voice of the Rings. Baruch Hazad, Kuzad, I menu. See ya.